check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. All right, we back. Goodfella Sports TV, and it's official. Manny Pacquiao will be taking on Keith Thurman, MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, July 20th. Book it. Following that fight is Gervonta Tank Davis the following weekend in the Baltimore area. And then the very next week is Errol Spence taking on Sean Porter in Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. Just to give y'all a little bit of FYI, and I got more information coming about the Pacquiao Thurman card. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, bell icon button. It's Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know who it is. Your boy CJ Goodfella. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, man. Salute. So, Manny Pacquiao, after saying that he don't know if he was going to take the fight, obviously he was bluffing. And now Manny Pacquiao has elected to fight Keith Thurman. Most people think that he's fighting Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman looked bad versus Heath Lopez. He jumped in the ring and supposedly was supposed to call out Errol Spence, but he changed his mind. Didn't want to fight Errol Spence. Chose to fight Keith Thurman. Most people think, it was whack because Keith Thurman sat out for 2 years and didn't do nothing. He tunes up versus Heath Lopez, and then he gets rewarded with a Manny Pacquiao fight. But once again, I'm going to tell you this, man, before I get my thoughts on this fight and give y'all some extra information on the fight card that y'all might love or like or not. Simple fact that Keith Thurman is PBC's poster child. Keith Thurman is the PBC darling. They didn't try to get him stripped. They didn't try to, get those belts into Errol Spence's hands. And I've been telling people that PBC don't favor Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? But Errol Spence is going to have to probably go out there and fight Terrence Crawford before he fight Keith Thurman. Then Keith Thurman going to want to fight whoever win for all the belts. Keith Thurman want to take the easy route as well, just like a ton of the fighters. But they allowed Keith Thurman to hold that whole division up, to stagnate Errol Spence's career, to stagnate Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, in the Sean Porter career, by letting him hold that WBC. They didn't try to get that WBC out of his hands sooner and make him champion. Recess where it would have sped up the timeline where, at the end of the day, Errol Spence would have had that title. He'd have been fought for that. He'd have been fought the winner of Danny and Sean, and then he probably would have fought the loser by 9-2, and he would have been in a position to have 2 titles and have been in a position to be ready to fight Keith Thurman at the top of next year. At the end of the day, if Keith Thurman wins this fight versus Manny Pacquiao, he's going away for a long time. And I ain't talking about prison. Keith Thurman is going to probably go to Nepal, back overseas. He's going to get a big check. You ain't going to see him for a long time. And when he do come back, it's probably going to be at the end of next year, beginning in the middle of next year at the earliest. So they're going to let Keith Thurman do whatever Keith Thurman wants to do. I'm telling you that, man, while Errol Spence got to sit here and play second fiddle to him on PBC. But as far as the fight, Manny Pacquiao looked terrible in his last fight. People talking about, Keith Thurman looked bad versus Heath Lopez. Last time I checked, Keith Thurman was coming off a 22-month layoff. And that's how Keith Thurman usually fight. Keith Thurman front run, blazing hot in the beginning of the fights, dropping people. And then the last 6-7 rounds, whatever it may be, he jogs the last 6-7 rounds, get hit with something, start running around the ring like a chicken with his head cut off, man. That's Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao look atrocious versus Adrian Broner, bro. And I really would, if he didn't really need the money, I really would have advised him to retire. It was to the point where he looked slow and old, and Broner had plenty of opportunity to land on Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Keith Thurman shouldn't have no problem with Manny Pacquiao. If Keith Thurman got a little bit of something left in him, Keith Thurman really should stretch Manny Pacquiao. I wouldn't bet on him knocking out Manny Pacquiao because Keith Thurman fight like he got something to lose nowadays. And I wouldn't count out Manny Pacquiao winning this fight neither, because they probably would mess around and rob Keith Thurman. But the thing about it is, Pacquiao, he got problems at cutting the ring off versus fighters. That's what Mayweather really took advantage of. And Mayweather really took advantage of his lack of ability to cut the ring off and him needing to set his feet to throw punches. And that's kind of how Mayweather got the drop on it. With Keith Thurman, he a fighter that Manny Pacquiao going to have to be aggressive, come down the pipe, keep Manny Pacquiao at this old age. His footwork ain't as good as it used to be. He never was able to cut the ring off on fighters with fleet of foot. And really, it's all about Keith Thurman, man. how Keith Thurman want to approach this fight. He really only an inch taller than, or inch or two taller than Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman ain't that tall. So it's going to be how Keith Thurman approaches it. Pacquiao going to try to come through with 1-2s. Keith Thurman going to try to come through with wide sweeping hooks, loading up. So, at the end of the day, it's a good stylistic fight. But, Keith Thurman, what credit do we get? At the end of the day, you beating the old Manny Pacquiao that the same guy said, who is Jeff Horn beat? And if you don't beat stop Pacquiao, really, have you really done? He doing it for the payday. Now, would I support this fight financially as far as buying the pay-per-view? Absolutely not. I'm not supporting Manny Pacquiao ducking Errol Spence and ducking real competition. I'm not supporting Keith Thurman until you get in the ring with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. And that's just keeping it plain and simple. Now, people going to come out and support it. It's going to do probably well. It's going to do better than than Mikey, than Errol Spence, in my opinion. But I ain't supporting these two duckers and cowards. But that's the whole sport of boxing. At the end of the day, they should just strip Keith Thurman, man. If you ain't going to fight Errol Spence and fight Terrence Crawford, it's just time to go ahead and let it go. At the end of the day, the boxing is not a coward sport. And Keith Thurman is one of the biggest cowards in the sport, bar none. Manny Pacquiao is only fighting Keith Thurman because he thought he looked bad in his last performance. He coming off a long layoff, but like I said before, it's a solid fight. I ain't knocking nobody that want to go ahead and support it, but you keep supporting these ducking, these coward fighters, they gonna keep doing it. And at the end of the day, I hope Keith Thurman lose this fight, to be real. At the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao gonna mess around, retire, and that belt gonna fall in the hands of Top Rank. That's what's gonna happen. And Booz Putin and Jose Benavidez Jr., Luis Galazzo, when they're gonna get the belt. Now, got some extra information on the fight. Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant will be fighting at the MGM Garden Arena. He will be on the Fox prelim card, rumored to be on the Fox prelim card for this fight. So he's going to be on the Fox prelim card. That's going to lead this into pay-per-view versus Mike Lee. That fight was supposed to go down in Tennessee, I think Nashville, around his hometown. PBC had a change of plans. So Caleb Plant won't be getting that hometown fight. It's going to be on the Fox prelim card July 20th, ahead of this card that's going to be on pay-per-view. So Caleb Plant don't get that hometown fight versus Mike Lee. Mike Lee was a light heavyweight that's coming down to super middleweight. So, yeah, man. So that's another little nugget. So if you go out to the fight, you get to see Caleb Plant fight versus Mike Lee. So, but at the end of the day, once again, the boxing schedule is falling like Pacquiao and Keith Thurman pay-per-view July 20th. That's going to be on pay-per-view Fox. The following week is going to be on regular Showtime. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Mandatory in the city of Baltimore. And then the following week after that, August 3rd, is going to be Brooklyn Barclays Center. Sean Porter taking on Errol Spence in a unification bout. So the summer really heating up for PBC. I think Pacquiao and Thurman is solid. And I also think Sean Porter, Errol Spence is a very strong card for them as well, too, man. So, PBC heating up the summer. We'll see what Top Rank and DAZN come with. But out of those three fights, it's probably going to be for me. If I go to Charlo and Harrison, it's definitely going to be the Sean Porter and Errol Spence fight. But I'm targeting the Sean Porter, Errol Spence fight for real. I'm targeting that fight. So that's something I'm looking at going to. Appreciate everybody for checking out the channel as well, too. Yeah, let me know how y'all think Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman is going to play out. I think Thurman gonna win a decision. I don't think Thurman should knock out Pacquiao at this point in Pacquiao's career, but I don't think Keith Thurman got the killer in him at this point, man. I don't think Keith Thurman is gonna get a knockout of Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao is gonna win some rounds here and there, and it wouldn't surprise me if Pacquiao stole the fight because Keith Thurman just fights so timid, so scary. But that's what's gonna get. They might say, "Oh, Pacquiao was the aggressor." Pacquiao, was forcing the fight. And they going to try to get a fight to Pacquiao. You got to remember, Las Vegas is Pacquiao's territory more than Keith Thurman. Has Keith Thurman fought a fight in Las Vegas, a prominent fight in Las Vegas before? I'm not sure. I know the Danny Garcia fight happened at the Barclays Center. I'm not sure where the Sean fight happened at. Did it happen in Vegas? Not sure about it. But, hey, let me know what y'all think about Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao getting announced for July 20th. MGM Grand Garden, whatever they call it, on pay-per-view Fox. And don't forget, Caleb Plant is also going to be the prelim fight on Fox at the same venue, but that's going to be on regular Fox. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hellblaze, thehellblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing, get you 18% off their 100% all natural products. Lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, much, much more. Website, promo code, description. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Appreciate it. Love and support. One time for the one time. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. We gone.